might be the saddest video I've ever seen. Diablo Immortal. We are nearing the end of the saga of Diablo Immortal. What has been said has been said. What has been done has been done. However, my reacting to a YouTube video by Raxxanterax has caused Blizzard to respond to him.
Hi everyone, it's Rax. I got an interesting video for you today. I recently made a video called My Final Thoughts on Diablo Immortal, where I essentially explained a lot of the different reasons why I've been playing this game and testing it for a year, or year and a half, however long it's been. And I'm just very disappointed with the game, and I've essentially stopped playing. I log in and I do my dailies. It takes 2 seconds and I log off.
That's what everybody does.
The only reason I do that anymore,
every Blizzard game,
is to maybe one day the game becomes great.
Isn't that sad? That's what I've been doing in WoW for years.
I'm not exactly optimistic that it will happen, but that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of topics here because Blizzard reached out to me because they saw my video, and probably one of the reasons why they saw it is a content creator, which I'm sure you've heard of, named Asmongold, watched my video, reacted to it, shared it with his community. So, have a bunch of topics here that I want to go over really quickly. First, I want to start with 2 thank yous. First of all, I want to thank Asmongold. Thank you for watching my video and reacting to it. In my opinion, he was nice to me, just even for sharing it with his community.
I try to be,
The second reason that I want to thank Asmongold is I actually like his content, and I have been watching it, and I can prove it to you. A couple of months ago, he made a video which really resonated with me. Actually, now I think about it, it makes me cringe to say the word resonate, because the word resonance is just ruined for the rest of my life because of Diablo Immortal. But
that's what happened with reforging. Like, anybody who plays Blizzard games, I told you guys, after that Warcraft 3 situation, ain't nobody asking for reforging back in WoW. They said, all right, you know what? Maybe reforging isn't that good. Let's keep it out of WoW.
Asmongold made a video a few months ago about Lost Ark. He said in his video, I should try PoE, I should try Lost Ark. I actually have, I actually blasted Lost Ark when it came out.
My man.
I had a super powerful character. I played free to play there as well.
Oh, so it wasn't super powerful.
And he had this video where he essentially said that Amazon or whoever was releasing it was being very predatory because they released the 1370 tier 3 content. It was the Argos raid, way too early. And it was just for the whales, and it was incentivizing the free-to-play players to spend money to reach 1370. It was not realistic at all for someone to be at that level.
Absolutely.
Unless you had prior knowledge, if you had played it in the other regions before and knew exactly what to do. I was ultimate blasting Lost Ark. I knew nothing about the game. I started fresh when it was released, and I was about 1350 as a free-to-play player at the time that this content was released.
Wow!
And the chasm between 1350 and 1370, if you played the game,
oh my god,
it takes you forever.
This guy played the game.
Get those last upgrades. So he made a video essentially saying this was very predatory and that Amazon needed to apologize. Completely agreed with everything that he had in his video. And then they did that. They apologized, like literally the next day, gave us a bunch of events. They gave us the Pokemon races, and they gave us those
the Naruni racing.
The special Guardian raids, and it gave you a ton of materials, it gave you the books, and then I got to 1370 instantly and was able to enjoy the content. But he went even further in the video, which is what I was thinking.
That's what I always do.
About like the psychology of the whole thing, which I think is a huge problem in video games nowadays, where he was saying, has anybody taken a moment to actually see the big picture here, where they released a system where the whales could spend money to get ahead, and then they also extracted as much money from the free-to-play players as possible by releasing this 1370 content early. It's just barely pushing people over the edge. You should spend money to get to 1370 so you can do this Argos raid. And then what they do is, after they've gotten the money, then they apologize and they give you the events, and then they hope that everyone feels fine. You know, like, here's a treat. Do you feel better? You fuck them raw, and then after that you take them out to Burger King. And they're like, hey, you know what? I'm not that bad, huh? I'm not that bad. That's what you do every time. now. We're sorry. Do you feel better now?
Yeah.
Of and
course.
that whole psychology of it, he brought up, that's also kind of like, it's kind of evil, right? A free-to-play player like me could be very happy where I say, wow, I'm sad I couldn't do the end game content. Oh, but now I'm happy. They said that they were sorry, and now they boosted me to 1370. I feel good, right? But let's not forget that they extracted essentially the most money possible, or almost all of the money, and then just said they were sorry and hoped that that fixed everything.
Yeah, you're double dipping. You're getting all the money from whales. You're farming out the whales. You're converting dolphins into whales and minnows into dolphins and, plankton into minnows, and you're slowly, building that up. And then after you get all their fucking money, you're like, guys, man, shit, we made too much money. I'm sorry. We're not going to do this anymore.
So I thought the psychology of it was the important part of the video. And also, I mean, he just got my free-to-play player at 1370 so I could do the raids. So thank you for your content. I think that
You're welcome.
Really does matter. I think a lot of people listen. If I make a video, it's kind of like a little yelp. And when he makes a video, it's like him standing on a cliff with a megaphone. Like the whole world hears it. So...
it's crazy how popular some of these videos get, man. Like whenever I've done these videos, no, it's nuts. Like just the video about me talking about how much I didn't like Diablo Immortal in this room. I was sitting over there. That video's got over 1 million fucking views. It's nuts. People watch this shit.
For what you put out there.
1.5.
I also want to thank Blizzard, right? Because even if people really don't like Blizzard right now, which I mean, a lot of people are not really too happy with Blizzard right now, they were not obligated to reach out to me. They're not obligated.
Isn't Blizzard doing exactly the same thing right now, though? Aren't they doing the exact same thing that I was saying that Amazon was doing, where they've extracted all of the money out of whales, and then now that they have reached kind of like that plateau of whale extraction, now they're saying, we hear you? Oh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where this goes.
At all. And I don't think I'm God's gift to Earth, so I appreciate them reaching out to me. The person who reached out was actually Wyatt Chang, the guy at least leading the
Don't you guys have phones
game over there? So just for the record, I like Wyatt. I've had a chance to speak with him multiple times, pick his brain about some theory crafting of some games.
I don't know if I like him or not. I think that there was some bullshit whenever he said that you weren't able to buy gear, though. Like I didn't like that. Like why say that, man? Like it was, you just why say that?
I do have respect for him. Remember, there's a difference between the developers of a game and the the producers that or the executives that pick the economic model. It's not all exactly the same. Okay, so anyway, whatever. Let's get into the video here.
Okay.
Blizzard reached out to me.
Yeah, what did they say?
And we had a conversation about the game, and I'm going to give you my interpretation of it. And one thing that I want to clarify is I'm not going to talk about any solutions that they're going to have to these problems. That's up to them. And
what makes you think that they're problems? So this is not a bug. It's working as intended, guys. Fenris, thanks for 5 subs.
And we don't have them present here, so it'll be up to Blizzard how they want to fix things. But I want to talk to you about some of the topics that were brought up, and essentially the thing that I took from it is they agreed with a lot of the things that I said, and they missed the mark, you could say, on certain things. And so to me, that means that for the people that are playing the game, I know there are people that are playing Immortal and liking it. There are free-to-play players who are, don't care about the pay-to-win, and they say, you want to know what? I got a free game. It's on my phone. I log in. I kill some monsters. I get some legendaries. It's fine. Whatever. for the people that are enjoying the game, I do think that Blizzard having this conversation,
they're real, guys. Like, he's not wrong. They're actually real. I've seen them with my own eyes. And they're out there. They're like, we love eating shit. I'm a shit eater. I love eating shit. Oh, I love eating shit. Yes! Feed me more shit.
And admitting that there are some problems
Yeah,
here
we know one. That's
will
right.
make the game better going forward.
The
when they get
loathsome
around
dung
to
eaters.
fixing it. So let's talk about these specific things that went wrong. The first thing is the zone events, right? If you watch my other video, the zone events were a great way to get everything. People are asking, where do I get legendaries? Where do I get yellows? I can't upgrade my gear. When do the zone events spawn? I have no idea. Well,
they're going to have a
busted.
timer.
They never spawn. No one can ever figure out when they're going on, etc. I think that they may buff these again in the future, and I think that's going to be
Well, of course they're going to buff them because it gives a second wind to the casuals, right? So this is what Blizzard basically does. It's like, so player activity is like this, right? So it goes up, and then it like levels off. So like whenever it starts leveling off, Blizzard's like, okay, let's make the game better. And then they make it a little bit more, and then a little bit more, right? Because you have to have... The whales are the ones that are going to play the game for a long time because they're invested. They're 50 grand in the hole because of this fucking game. Do you think they're going to quit? There's not even a shot. There's no way they're going to quit. So of course not. They're going to be the ones that are continuing to do this.
Better for you because when
so you want to keep the
events,
plankton
you have
there.
a much better way to get items. So that's one thing that gone wrong that I think may have better results going forward.
Yeah.
Now we
sure.
talk about the caps.
50K
Did you watch
invested.
my last video where I said, imagine a world where they didn't cap me? Let's remove them and let's do a thought experiment. What would have happened? Would I have caught the whales? And the answer is absolutely not. And I believe the verbiage that they used is,
course not.
after thinking about it, they agreed that the caps are redundant, right? There are...
Exactly. So, like, basically, but why are they redundant? They're only redundant because you can't catch the whales. So, if you could catch the whales, then they wouldn't be redundant. Because then you could beat somebody that spent $50,000 on the game. And what happens whenever that happens? Well, then the whale quits. We can't have that. I'll be right back. Somebody said if McConnell isn't here, he's going to pre-order Dragonflight. Well, guys, that's another yacht for Bobby. Let's go. Wash your hands.
They're
No.
capping you in all these ways, but really it's not preventing the economic growth of the game, right?
Right.
So really all
But
it
they
did...
erred on the side of caution because you don't want to have the whales. It's better to make the whales more powerful than make free-to-play players more powerful.
was prevent people from logging in and having an incentive to play the game.
Wash hands.
And probably one of the most important topics that was discussed is being a free-to-play player.
Bah.
Now, one thing that they did say, which is true, this is 100% true, if you look at the crafting system for free-to-play players for legendary gems, everyone can agree it's pretty worthless, right? It just doesn't help you. I haven't gained any resonance in like a week.
How much money did you spend?
But they did try to buff it and make it better than what it was. Now, that's 100% true. Because the old...
But they're like, oh, yeah, well, we were going to give you... So he's got a steak, and we gave you a peanut. And you don't like your peanut. Don't worry. We hear you. Here's another peanut. Oh, I guess anything we do, the players are just going to complain about it, right? Yeah, here's another peanut. It's just... It's like this is the... Guys, it's just two peanuts. That don't mean they're not peanuts.
System was so bad, it used to cost platinum, and you had no chance in hell. Now, it doesn't cost platinum, and you have a chance. It just takes you way, way too long, right?
Yeah.
And I think, again, their sentiment is that they have completely, pretty much missed the mark again. The free-to-play player the huge milk.
You were looking for the red bullseye. They were aiming for the dollar sign. Okay? They were going for the dollar. They're looking at a different mark. The actual mark is the free-to-play players. Those are the marks.
Milky Way galaxy difference between a free-to-play player and a whale. It's just too much, man. You can give a free-to-play player a couple legendary crests per week. Let them run an Elder Rift and get a couple of things. And is that going to matter in the grand scheme of things? No. Is it going to make them feel better? Yes. At least they're going to get some gems and have some power. At least they're going to get some magic finds. So when they do your zone events, when you buff them, and when you uncap them, when they're playing the game, they're actually getting something. You know what I mean? So I think overall the sentiment is the zone events suck right now. There's too many caps and they're redundant. That's the word that they use. That's a fantastic word for it. It's redundant. And the free-to-play, it's just too far behind right now.
I think that's fine. I think that's what they were going for, is that they wanted to make Diablo Immortal realistic. They said, how can we make a game that simulates life in America? Well, we're going to have the people that have all the money. They literally are just so massively more fucking powerful than you are that you just have no chance. You can work for 10 years and you're not even going to be 5% of the way there. And that's the way it goes. This is the American dream. The Diablo Immortal is the most realistic game Blizzard or anybody's ever made. It's perfect. Hellbeer, thanks for the 5 subs.
So if these things get buffed, I think we're going to be in good shape. Sorry, my monitor went to sleep there for a second.
I think that instead of being 5% as powerful as a whale, you'll be 10% as powerful. Your power will double. You'll be twice as powerful.
Shake my mouse there to get it back. I wonder how that's going to affect the video.
That's crazy.
Another thing that they wanted to say that was that a myth that they wanted to dispel was that they didn't listen to our feedback. And actually, they brought up something that I forgot to show you guys. So I think
that they did listen to your feedback. I think that they listened to your feedback and they were like, so this is a good thing. Players like this thing. And then if they use this thing, they can get more powerful, maybe kill the whales, and then maybe they won't have to spend as much money. Okay, well, yeah, we need to listen to this very carefully so we can learn how to make sure it doesn't happen. That's what it was. Yeah, they were listening to that.
Do something. But in the alpha, we actually did a gigantic test for Blizzard, which actually fixed something in the game that I actually forgot had been broken. So when we were playing in the alpha, we were the most powerful people in the world. We sent a message to Blizzard as part of the feedback and said, did you realize that the way that you power up in this game, the way you gain XP, the way you get items, the way you upgrade your materials is very lopsided. Some events are godly and some dungeons are godly, and some of them are utterly terrible.
That's how Blizzard designs games. They design games with massive power differences because they have no idea what they're doing. Give me one sec. Remember like that scene in Daredevil where like he's blind, but then he can start to see everything around him? That's like literally the way I just felt. Like I blew my nose so hard that like I think I've ascended to another plane of understanding. I have, like, I just, goddamn, bro. God fucking damn. Like another plane of existence and perception.
Did you intend that or did you know that? I said, we did not know that and we did not intend that. Can you prove it to us?
Okay.
And we said, absolutely. So I want to show you one of probably the most important things, if not the most important thing that we did, and I forgot about it. So we grabbed 4 of the most powerful people in the entire world, right? You can call this combat rating. Our combat rating was 4,400. Okay. That's like Ultima Whale status. Our damage was in the 8,000s.
It's not Ultima Whale status. Ultima Whales are so much more powerful.
And we made this beautiful little spreadsheet. By the way, I want to throw a quick shout out to Maxroll. If you did not know, I'm the content lead for Maxroll, all games, D3, Lost Ark, the Adventure Tomes and Lost Ark, those beautiful guides that were written. Shout out to the Lost Ark team, the Diablo 2 team.
Good job,
Diablo
man. Thanks.
Going to be Diablo 4, going to be PoE and PoE 2,
yeah,
et cetera,
that was great.
Shout out to the Maxroll team. These are Maxroll players. If you like the site, we put in a lot of work to try to make it useful for you guys.
Yeah, I think he's done a very good job with that.
What we did was we took every activity in the game. Mad King, Countess, Caverns of Echoes, whatever, Elder Rifts.
Okay.
And we recorded every single thing in the game, and we set a timer, and we blasted as hard as we could with 4 of the best players using the most min-max strategies you could possibly imagine.
Oh my God.
We recorded this 1 hour of footage, we sent it to Blizzard, and we made this spreadsheet. What we came up with were these XP per hour values, scrap values, essence values, shard values, gold per hour, XP per run. We even
did
went
all
as
this
far
for
as to
free?
create hourly divisors. If we go over 1 hour, we play one.
We need to put this guy on a
let's say,
payroll.
55 minutes, and we play one for 65 minutes.
Holy
These numbers
shit.
are not a perfect representation of making it equal. We create an hourly divisor. We divide all the numbers by the hourly divisor. Sometimes it multiplies it. Sometimes it shrinks it. It normalizes all the values. Then we make a pivot table. We all had jobs before content creation, right? I was an analyst for a very long time. And we make this beautiful little pivot table. And this showed some very, very interesting things. So everybody was doing Mad King and Forgotten Tower and thought it was the best XP in the game, right? But there was this crazy idea where, what if you only killed the first boss? What if you walked in, just killed the first boss and left? How good would that be? And the answer is insanely good. It's about the same.
Do y'all remember in Diablo 3 where all you would do is run to the tomb in Act 1, clear out the tomb, check if there's a resplendent chest or a chest or something like that, kill the elite and log out? And then do you remember before that, whenever all you would do is fucking go and kill the blacksmith's wife and then immediately reset the game over and over and over? Oh my God. Yeah, the wife, that's what we used to do. They still haven't fixed it. What is the team doing? I guess it really was a Diablo 3 code.
Same XP, but the scrap is way higher, and the essences are tied, and it gives you more legendaries.
Yep, there we go.
Than doing the other things. And then we had this crazy idea to do Tuma Fahir, which is a terrible dungeon, but we found a way to kite the trash mobs into the middle, go separate ways and kill the 2 bosses, come back to the trash mobs and keep our massacre bonuses, kite them to the 3rd boss, kill the 3rd boss, and we'd get 3 bosses with like a 50 massacre. It would multiply, it would take that XP multiplier, apply it to 3 bosses, and then we'd leave. And we figured out that you would get these ridiculous XP values which shattered everything else that anybody else was doing.
Oh my God.
Paragon. But the most powerful way to gain power in the game was actually to get essences, right? To upgrade your gear.
Right.
Actually, no one would have known this without just testing it, Terminator status, but actually the best dungeon by far was Caverns of Echoes.
Okay.
Another really funny thing to see.
Holy
look how bad
shit.
Elder Rifts were. Elder Rifts give you
Bro, this guy's making flowcharts? Imagine how funny this must look to somebody who's a whale. Imagine how funny he must be like, they're trying to do all that? Let me just say, I'm going to put in another 10K and just do what I need to do, right? I actually saw, so I saw this in a whale's chat, and I want to show it to you guys and see what it says, okay? Oh, man. The child's not going to college? Yeah, and with only 5K, he's not getting a 5-star gem either. Holy fuck, man.
XP. They give you no scrap. They give you no essence.
Isn't that
They
sad?
give you no gold. I mean, they were terrible.
5K.
So then a conclusion could be
dropping a 5K.
Wow, Rax, cool. You just showed us a spreadsheet so they could normalize
Probably
everything
fake.
and
No,
buff
I
Elder
saw
Rifts
it.
and help the whales even more. Guys, remember, as testers, we're trying to do the best we can for the game. We want everything to be equal, and we want to get rid of these stupid-ass runs where you zone into Mad King, kill one boss, and leave instantly. It's one of the most profitable things you could possibly do.
Of course it is.
We were doing 91 runs an hour. Do you know how miserable it is to do that? To zone in, kill, leave, zone in, kill, leave, zone in, kill, leave.
I am very familiar with that. We did this all the time in Diablo 3. The reason why it's like that is because Blizzard can't balance the game. You cannot expect them to be able to do anything. You cannot expect them to be able to do an activity, to figure something out. It's just not going to happen.
You know, it's like doing Pindle runs in Diablo 2, but worse. It's just so many loading screens. By identifying these problems and showing the crazy discrepancies in all the events that you could do in the game, Blizzard normalized this, and it's much more equal now.
Great.
We started to do some testing
Wow,
again,
all right.
and it's actually a lot closer. No matter what dungeon you do, you're not going to get screwed on the scrap or the essence or the XP. They brought this up to remind us that, you know, you did this testing for us, and we listened to it, and we used your feedback to balance the game.
Good for them.
So they wanted to make it clear that, you know, the content creators do matter, and they do listen, and it's not just all in one ear out the other. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys that spreadsheet.
Yes,
honestly,
they do.
To be honest with you, I'm a nerd. I'm a math major. I
love graphs.
I
love graphs. We love numbers.
I'm just I don't know. It's fun to me, but just to kind of show you in the alpha some of the interesting outliers.
The funny thing about this, I made graphs like this in Diablo 3, but it was about how much gold I could make from botting and how much money I could sell the gold for. It was a little bit of a different graph, but, like, you know, it was kind of the same thing.
That we found, right? All right, so let's go back.
Yeah, imagine not botting Diablo 3, guys. I mean, come on. I never did, though, to be fair.
So let's talk about D4 for a second. They made a comment because I made a comment at the end of my video. I don't know if Blizzard hated me or if they wanted my help on D4, that I would help them. A bunch of people in the comments like, dude, this guy helps them for free forever. And then they
it's what we're saying.
This guy wants to help him on D4. This guy is the dumbest person ever. This guy, you know, well, I mean, maybe
he's a kid with a dream, you know?
Ever, but I still believe D4 can be a good game. I still like Blizzard. I still like the Diablo franchise. And they told me that if we do testing in D4, that they would be happy to have me. And that made me, honestly, that made me very happy.
He loves the game, man. He loves the game. He just wants the game to be good, man. He just wants the game to be good. Like, he don't give a shit. He just wants the game to be good. That sucks, man. That sucks. Like, it does. That actually sucks. Like, I just, like, the reason why is, like, I feel like they take advantage of people like him. I do. I feel like they take advantage of people like him, and he might enjoy it, and he's like, you know what, I like the game. It is what it is. It's mutually beneficial. It's okay. But, man, I wish Blizzard, I wish people like this worked at Blizzard. We'd have better games. That's what's so sad. Fuck, man.
I'll do it again. Maybe I need to write more than 19 pages next time in the document. If you want me for D4,
fuck,
I will test it. I will help you.
I gotta read the comments on this one.
Make it a great game. Let me know a time and date. And honestly, I have an open challenge to you, Blizzard. Let me stream it. Let me stream it. I'm going to open up a Word doc. Let chat have their feedback as well. Give me very good ideas of stuff we should test. Let's test the game. Let's make it good on launch.
They let me do that with the betas and the alphas and WoW, and the first fucking thing I do is I spoil major plot points, and the GMs literally come and kill me. So you know what? Like, yeah, that sounds good to me. Let them stream it. I think they should. I think they should let them stream it.
So
it's the least they could do.
The final thing I want to talk about is what does this all mean? Like, what do I interpret
climb a mountain
from it? Well,
true.
First of all, I appreciate Blizzard reaching out. Again, I'm talking to the devs, and usually I don't have a problem with the devs, right? The devs are really cool. They're building the game. Remember, it's not they don't have any control about
the developers and the designers are not the ones that are making the game bad. Like with like this monetization stuff, they are basically like effectively what they're doing is like they're trying to run as fast as possible, and the executives are trying to get them to wear a backpack and deciding how many bricks to put in a backpack. That's the relationship the developers and the designers have with the game. You constantly call them incompetent, though. That's because they fuck up a lot. I do call them incompetent, but I also say whenever they do things right. Okay? I do say that, don't I?
Minimal control over it, right? This is talking about the actual game. I think them admitting a mistake or multiple mistakes is a very good sign. I think if they do it publicly rather than just messaging me, it's even better. I asked them if they wouldn't mind if I shared the conversation publicly.
I think that what they're going to do is they're going to come out and they're going to say, guys, listen, we hear you. I'm going to be honest. We messed up. Diablo Immortal is too pay to win. We're going to be giving every player in Diablo Immortal now 10 free Eternal Legendary Crests. We're going to give you 10 of them right now. They're in your accounts. You can log on to the game at this exact moment. And on top of that, we're going to make it to where you can only put in 7 Legendary Crests at a time and not 10. So that way, if you want to have 2 full runs, you have to buy some more. Isn't that good? Isn't that so nice? Wow.
Here it is. If they have their own blog, that would be great too. It's okay to admit that you made a mistake. I hope this doesn't continue the trend like Asmongold was talking with the Lost Ark people. It's like, okay, let's get all their money, and then let's fix it and apologize and hope that everybody's okay. I mean, let's try to get it right the first time, guys. I'm not even talking about just Blizzard. I'm talking about every single game. I mean, I'm so sick of, I think he had a video that was just came out, right? Like why video games aren't fun anymore.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, I would really like it to be like the old school days where you were waiting for a new game to come out, and it would come out.
It's just so sad.
It would just blow your mind. You have so much fun playing. It's so sad. I mean, whatever happened to that, man? That's the way I want to feel about games, and maybe I'm stupidly optimistic that one day we can get...
It's just, this is so depressing, bro. Like, look at this. It's me 4 years ago. It's delusion full of nostalgia. No, here's the thing. I think people are tired of having video games be dictated by money. And like, yes, obviously you've got to make a good game and you've got to make money, sure. But it's like Elden Ring's going to make money. Elden Ring doesn't have any of this. But people always want more. He still has hope. I think the hope does not lie in places like Blizzard. I think that it's in places like Grinding Gear Games. Companies that are small enough to still resist the pull and the urge of the goblins themselves. That's what it is.
Back there.
It's sad.
So, I don't know if I will return to Immortal. Let's see what changes they make. What I want is normalized PvP. I want normalized PvP, and I want to be able to play with my friends. If they can find a way to make that work with their monetary model somehow, maybe there's a different queue or a different event. I have no idea. If I can PvP in the game, I'll log in PvP, at least sometimes. I like to PvP. That's why I wanted to play. I wanted to compete for rank 1 legend on my Demon Hunter.
What a day, guys.
I can barely get to gold 5 right now, which is 1 below legend.
Why is that?
Because everybody has triple my health and triple my damage.
Why do they have that?
If I get MVP in those games, which happens way more
You're
often
losing
than
the
it
game.
should, we lost. If I'm the MVP and I don't do any damage, we lost the game, right? So
Man.
let's see what happens for the future of the game. I don't know if I will play it again. I appreciate Blizzard, appreciate Asmongold. I don't know. What do you guys think? I hope Blizzard makes a public-facing document or a blog post. I'm sure they will, highlighting what they're feeling about it and what changes are coming. And let's do better in D4. Thank you.
This might be the saddest video I've ever seen. It is. I'm going to link it to you guys. You got to give this guy some fucking support because God knows Blizzard isn't doing it. Like, this is just, it's like he's a believer. He's a dreamer. He has he imagines a future where all gamers can play together and be equal with one another. And I don't know what to say, man. It fucking sucks. Did Blizzard not learn from Heroes of the Storm? Yeah, he wants to believe, man. He wants to believe. He wants it to be real so much. And I don't know if it's going to happen, man. It fucking sucks. You see the happy guy with the guitar and him after Immortal? Yeah, that's what he used to be, man. That's what he used to fucking be. Blizzard doesn't deserve the fans. Yeah. I feel bad. Let's read a few of these comments, okay? And then I'll watch the Bored Apes thing, okay, guys? I promised I'd watch it. We'll watch it. Here we go. Blizzard also has a history of apologizing and actually not doing much with it. I like you, Rex. Been following your content for a number of years, but I gotta admit with some people, man, you work way too hard for Blizzard for free and constantly give them the benefit of the doubt when they reach out and make you feel better before screwing you and everyone over. You gotta wake up and realize it's no longer the company that we once knew and liked. We'll see what happens with Diablo 4. I think that you can be cautiously optimistic, but I think that's about all you can be. I haven't made my way through the whole video yet, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm done with the game. The reason all this predatory behavior was done intentionally shows how they really feel about their player base, and that the disrespect was unacceptable. Blizzard changing things to fix the mistakes they make intentionally doesn't make them goodwill in my book. I've played Diablo games for 25 years, and although it's going to kill me, I will be waiting a week after Diablo 4 launch to decide if I get the game or not. Looking forward to more of your videos, Rax. And I think Blizzard is accounting for that, which is why I think they're going to add in the pay-to-win Battle Pass stuff maybe a month or two into release, after they've already got their talons in you, after they've already got you on the hook, after they've got you. That's whenever it's going to happen. Waiting a whole week, yeah. See, like, that's what's going to happen. I think so. Is they're not going to add in that shit day one. They're going to add it in later on. Let me go back. I'll read one more. Missing the mark with legendary gems is an understatement of the century. Even if they buff the rate that you get of crests by 10 times, it wouldn't do anything against the whales. A 100% increase wouldn't do anything against the mega whales. This was done by design. Anyone with a simple grasp of mathematics should have calculated it quite easily that 100 crests will get you nowhere. Even if you're lucky and get a 5 of 5-star gem in those 100 crests, you still don't have the gem power to increase its level. They can defend it all they want with their half-assed excuses, but it was designed for free-to-play to have no chance at all on purpose. Free-to-play, it is working as intended. They are getting farmed by the whales, and that's the way that God intended. That is the way that God intended for it to happen.